Hey you guys, welcome back to another video, and today I will be reading on Nicki Minaj and SZA because you guys asked, okay? You guys asked. Now if you don't know, Nicki Minaj and SZA both recently got into it on Twitter, okay? Basically, Nicki Minaj was talking about SZA's record label. She came out and said, "Look, y'all out here buying listeners, y'all are frauds, and because y'all are buying listeners, I'm being blacklisted from the charts. You know, it's kind of affecting my stats as well." After she came for SZA's manager or whatever the case may be, SZA commented about something about Mercury retrograde, don't fall for the bait, blah 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 blah. Of course, Nicki seeing that and not going for that shit, she came for SZA's talking about her freckles are fake, you know, da 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 da. She came for her looks, her music, blah 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 blah. And now everybody is coming at Nicki. The Barbs are coming at the SZA fans. The SZA fans are coming at the Barbs, and somehow the Beehive is always involved, and somehow they seem to involve themselves whenever it has something to do with Nicki. The Barbs are always coming out of hiding. So I don't know. It's a whole lot going on. But before we get into it, girl, I do personalized tarot readings. Please click the link down below. I do have a Discord. You can talk to me one-on-one or in a group setting. Click the link. And I did recently come out with a sugar jar that helped me attract this beautiful apartment and some of these bum-ass men that's like me somehow. I don't know, but go click the link down below for that, and let's get into it. Also, another disclaimer, everything is for entertainment purposes only that I stated in this video. And it's all alleged, okay? Now, disclaimer number two, I am not a Barb, nor am I a SZA fan. I do not care for these celebrities. I say this every single time. I am not a Barb. Now let's get into it. So I'm going to start off with an intuitive reading, and then we are going to go in with these tarot cards. So first of all, the downloads I got heavy downloads when I was reading into the situation, and I think it's because Spirit kind of wants to speak out, since Spirit's telling me things because they feel as though Nicki, she's getting a lot of hate right now, and some of it is unwarranted, right? So I am advising any of you guys, if you are a SZA fan, a Nicki fan, or just a regular person watching this, please watch this video without any bias. Let's get into it. Whenever Nicki crashes out on the internet, Spirit's telling me it's not for a reason. It's not for no reason, right? When this initially came out, I don't know why, but I just kept getting the intuitive nudge that Nicki wasn't wrong for any of this. And before we get into it, if you think I'm lying, if you think I'm not a real psychic, I'll leave that for you to decide. Go look at my receipts on my community tabs. That's all I gotta say. But they're telling me that whenever she crashes out or whenever she speaks about something on the internet, it's not just for no reason. They're making me feel like it's always for a reason. And the things, it's usually with things pertaining to do with behind the scenes, things that we cannot see, right? These are artists we're talking about. This is music. All we see is the glitz, the glam, the stage, the singing, the rapping, the this, the that. We don't see the heavy lifting that goes on behind the scenes, right? So when Nicki comes at these artists, and the reason why people say, oh, she doesn't like all these female artists, da 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 da, don't get me wrong, Nicki's very competitive. She's a Sagittarius, okay? That has a lot to do with everything. Probably other signs in her houses as well. She's very competitive, right? I think she's a Capricorn moon, right? But it's not just about her not liking these female artists. We are not seeing the bigger picture, right? Think about a mouse maze, right? When you're in a maze, you can't see everything to help you get out the maze, right? You're only relying on what you can see in first person. When you get out the maze, that's when you can see everything and be like, oh, the bigger picture, right? We are not seeing the bigger picture. We're not seeing what's going on behind the scenes, right? Similarly to Kanye, sometimes when Kanye speaks out, it's not just, oh, he's crazy, da da da. Like, don't get me wrong, he's mentally ill, but it's things that are going on behind the scenes that we cannot see. So when they speak out publicly, they're usually speaking out about something that happened behind closed doors, right? So when Nicki comes at these artists, I'm getting that she's not coming at the artist personally, not all the time. She's coming at the bigger system, right? The labels, the people. There's people behind these artists that we cannot see. I'm talking about managers, publicity teams, lawyers, labeled record labels, producers. There's so much people behind these artists that we cannot see, right? So when Nicki's coming at SZA, she's not coming at SZA personally. She's not coming at whatever SZA's real name is. She's not coming at her. She's coming at the brand. She's coming at the label. That's what we cannot see. Now, do not get me wrong. I'm not making excuses for Nicki. She's a grown ass woman and she does need to learn how to communicate better. But I'm hearing she has a lot of fiery, passionate energy. So when she does come and attack people, it hits hard because I'm hearing her words are lethal. Her words are very harsh and brutal. So it comes off as a personal attack. But it's really not. It's just an attack on the people behind them. Now, don't get me wrong. Nicki Minaj probably doesn't really like SZA like that, but she doesn't hate her. I'm not getting that she hates these people personally. You know, I'm hearing she's more so, I guess you can say she's a businesswoman. Anyways, right, moral of the story, the main issue, and this is what I feel like we're kind of getting sidetracked, like we're losing the plot. The main issue, the whole reason why Nicki was speaking out against SZA's manager in the first place was because there was some foul play involved when it came to the charts, handling, all that stuff, right? When it came to the business side of music. The business side of music is what we're not seeing. We see the glitz and the glam and the shows and the concerts and the performances, but we're not seeing the heavy lifting that goes on the business side of it, right? Nicki's speaking out against the business side of music, right? So whatever, she's speaking out about them using payola, buying monthly listeners. I think something happened where the artist in SZA's label, including her, lost about 30 million monthly listeners on random, right? And that doesn't make any sense. It's like, how would that happen unless there is some sort of foul play involved, right? Because they're not getting boycotted right now. And that's what she was speaking about initially, right? Initially was that. Again, here's what I'm gonna say as well. Let me just say this. SZA is not some defenseless little girl. She's about to be 40. Like she's etching on 40 years old, y'all. This is not a defenseless person. SZA does like to throw rocks and hide her hands, and this is just my opinion, right? Now I'm getting into the reading intuitively now, right? Let me say what's my opinion and what's not my opinion before y'all consider me biased, right? This is now my opinion. I feel like SZA knew what she was doing when she tweeted that. She knows how to say, I'm hearing it's media training and publicity teams as well that, you know, but she knows how to say something just enough not to be kind of caught, but enough to kind of get under somebody's skin. You know what I mean? Like long story short, she purposefully made that tweet about Mercury retrograde to spite Nicki, you know? And funnily enough, I've seen the tweets. The Barbs, they do not play about their Queen Bee, okay? Let me not say Queen Bee before the Beehive gets here. They do not play about the rap queen, okay? They pulled up a couple tweets of SZA saying some slick shit like, "Oh, Iggy Azalea is coming for Nicki's spot. Beyonce's looking like a man nowadays." Like they pulled up some tweets, and let me say this: SZA is not defenseless. Okay, she is not some defenseless little girl. She knew what she was doing. Now, of course, Nicki looks like the bad guy because she is very, again, blunt, harsh, brutal when she comes off, right? And I feel like this has something to do with her background. Y'all may not like this, but she is a Caribbean girl from New York. That's all I'm gonna say. Moving on, okay? SZA threw rocks and she hid her hands. Okay, that's number one. Again, I feel like what these artists fail to see, the artists that beef with Nicki, what they fail to see is that Nicki is not coming for them as a person. They do not understand. SZA's a pawn. She's a pawn. She's a puppet. Most of these artists that are a part of these big companies, they are puppets. They are pawns, right? Music is not just la di da la di da. These companies are investing money into these artists to get a return on investment. Okay, a lot of these artists, they are able to afford the glitz and the glam because the company is lending money to them, right? For example, when Nicki was speaking out about them using payola to buy monthly listeners, that was not just, oh, we want you to get on the charts. No, they're investing. This is an investment. They're investing money. And for all my entrepreneurs out there, y'all understand what I'm talking about. They're investing money into these people to get a return on investment. The label, which I'm getting intuitively, yes, they are using payola. Let me reiterate that. Allegedly, they're using payola. They're investing money into these artists to get a return on investment, right? Because boom, if we get SZA to about a hundred million monthly listeners, boom, okay, she's eligible for a Grammy. Boom, she get a Grammy. We're selling out world tours. We're selling out tickets, right? It's reaching more people, right? It's like when you get, for example, buying followers on Instagram. If I buy about 100K followers on Instagram, there may not be 100K people that know me, but once I get those 100K, there possibly will be 100K more people that will know me because I'm gonna end up on the For You page, this, that, and the third, right? So do you guys understand what I'm trying to say? It's a return on investment. They are puppets. SZA doesn't understand that because again, she's in the maze. These artists are not looking at the bigger picture, and intuitively, I'm hearing that some of these artists will end up just like Nicki in the future. Okay, these companies once they squeeze the fuck, once they milk the fuck out of these artists for all they're worth, okay, they will toss them aside. Okay, kind of similar to how Nicki's career is now. I'm not saying her career is down the drain, but she is, again, this is a reading that I'm getting. She is kind of blacklisted from the media. I mean, from the whatchamacallit, the society. What do you call it? Like the industry. She has kind of been blacklisted or blackballed. I think is what you say. Anyways, like there's a reason why she's never won a Grammy. I do feel like Nicki is eligible for a Grammy, but there's a reason why she probably will never win a Grammy, and it's not because she hasn't had an impact. Okay, so again, I really encourage people to not have such an adverse reaction. I know it's hard. It's hard, but listen to what she's actually saying. I feel like again, because she comes off so strong, people are forgetting the bigger picture, right? They're talking about her man. Now, don't get me wrong, I do not agree. Her man need to be in jail, period. Okay, he is a bum ass nigga from New York. I'm automatically believing anything the victim said, period. He needs to be in jail. And Nicki, you should never attach your name to that man. So them constantly bringing up her husband, I feel like it's karmic and it's meant to teach her a lesson. But people are using her husband to discredit what she's saying, and I don't necessarily agree with that. You know what I mean? And if y'all are gonna sit there and bring up her husband, the Barbs are allowed to go tick for tack. Okay, they're allowed to talk about SZA's fake freckles and her not being able to sing. I feel like because she's coming off so strong, people are having an adverse reaction, and now all of a sudden everybody loves SZA. But wasn't we just coming at her? She First of all, SZA's desperado ass music. Y'all already know how I feel about SZA, Summer Walker, Janae Aiko, those type of R&B artists. I hate that desperado ass. I wanna off myself. My ex doesn't talk to me anymore. I'll do anything for that man. I hate that type of music. I'd rather listen to Nicki Minaj talking about getting money and screwing these boys over any day than listen to that desperado ass music. No shade. And not all of Nicki's songs hit nowadays. I feel like she was kind of on a running streak back in the day, but now she's kind of slowed down a little bit. She still can write hits on her own, but not every song is a hit for me. But SZA's desperado ass auto-tuned out music, I cannot listen to that shit. So let's not sit there and act like SZA is the next Dolly Parton, or she's the next whatchamacallit, Whitney Houston. Like, let's not do that. Not too much. Her music has definitely left an impact. But let's not sit here and act like she is okay. We just can't. She just got she just got held accountable for not having good discography during her tour. You know, when she was on her tour, she couldn't dance at all, and she did not even sing for like 2 minutes. She let the backtrack play, and she did not sing at all. Then when she did sing, it was barely, like she was off tune. Again, let's not act like because again, it's easy to hate Nicki. It's easy to not like her because she comes off so strong. But I really encourage y'all to look at the bigger picture. We're seeing the glitz and the glam, but what we're not seeing is the numbers that are going on behind the scenes. Okay? Okay. Moving on. Okay? That desperado ass music, I cannot stand that shit. I cannot stand that shit. Okay, SZA is a liar. Yes, she has lied about multiple things for no reason. Okay, lying about growing up watching TV, talking about she never had a TV. She grew up Jewish, whatever the case may be. Steady lying. But now all of a sudden we love SZA and she's the best artist to ever exist. Let's not do that. Okay? Again, Nicki's not completely redeemable, but let's not sit here and act like we wasn't just coming at SZA 2 months ago. Okay? And the same people that are like, oh my gosh, like, okay. I also feel like this. I feel like this hate train is going on because I feel like there were people that already didn't like Nicki to begin with, and so they're kind of using this as an opportunity to shit on her some more. Okay. What else was I gonna say? Uh, yeah, I don't agree with the stan culture shit. Like we do not know these people. Let me just make that one last disclaimer, y'all. Please watch this video with no bias. We do not know these people. We don't know these people. We don't know these people, okay? The okay, like we don't know these people. We don't know, okay? From what I've seen, SZA can be a little messy. I looked at the tweets, and it's always these R&B artists. I don't know why, but it's always these R&B artists. It's giving messy. I looked at the tweets, girl. They're messy. The throwing rocks and the hiding the hands, that's messy. I would rather take somebody that's upfront about their shit than somebody that's passive aggressive, and I constantly have to wonder if it was a subtweet or not. Okay? Nikki's just at the point where she's fed up. She really doesn't care, so I guess she was like, girl, fuck it. But to say that Nicki is going crazy and she's turning into Azalea Banks when y'all do the same thing with Azalea Banks, right? Y'all call Azalea Banks crazy because she talks about shit that's going on, and I feel like she addresses a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes. We don't understand because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Then it comes out years later that, oh, well, shit, she was actually onto something. Then y'all call her a fortune teller. Okay, please have some nuance. And the last thing I'm going to say, yes, this was all a psychic reading. The last thing I'm going to say, a broken clock is right twice a day. Okay? A broken clock is right twice a day. No, I was not I was not trying to reference SZA's broken clocks, but that actually kind of fits in, okay? Anyways, I'm going to pull out one card just so y'all don't think, "Oh, I'm biased and I'm pretending to be a tarot reader." Okay? I'm going to pull out a card here. Let's see. And my nose gets itchy when I do readings. Let's see. How is this going to affect Nicki's career? Will she continue to be blacklisted? Will she get a hate train? Will she be completely blackballed from Hollywood? What's going on? The star card. Okay. I see she's going to continue. She's very stubborn. She's going to continue to try to persist and create a solid foundation in the music industry, or she's going to continue to try to make the charts. I don't know, I just see her continuing to try. How's this going to affect Nicki's career? The Nine of Cups is here. How's this going to affect Nicki's career? I feel like Spirit knows she's not completely in the wrong. Spirit knows she's trying to speak out about the injustices of the music industry. The King of Pentacles. Okay. The Five of Wands. Yeah, this is the discords, the arguments, the behind the scenes stuff we're not seeing. I feel like there will continue to be more challenges she will face within the industry, but I do feel like there's going to be a big payout for her in the future. Spirit's kind of telling her to continue that fight. Don't give up. I see something good happening for her. Maybe a deal that works out, or I don't know, some type of contract that she gets. The Judgment card is here. This talks about her wanting to speak out on the media. I feel like she's going to get some sort of good karma for speaking out against the industry. The Eight of, yeah, she's very stubborn. She's going to continue to release music and retaliate in any way that she can against the labels. The Five of Pentacles is here. I feel like because she doesn't have a big fund, a big amount of finances put behind her, she's going to kind of be stretched for cash a little bit. The Five of Wands. I would tell her to be careful with people in her inner circle. I feel like there's somebody that's kind of a snake around her energy. The King of Wands. Be careful with masculine energy. I don't know. She'll be okay. Because she's battling something bigger than her, it's going to be hard. But I give it like 5 more years, and y'all are going to be saying Nicki was right. I give it like 5 years. I'm not going to really read on SZA because I don't care to. Like I said, SZA's a pawn, and unfortunately, I don't know if she really realizes that or not. But again, I'm hearing some of these artists are going to get done the same way Nicki's getting done, okay? And look at all the artists that this has happened to, okay? Once the company is done squeezing the fuck whatever juice the artist has left, they're going to discard them like they did not matter. Okay? And when I was saying all of this, I did see a vision, right, of kind of Nicki and SZA arguing. But behind SZA, what we can't see lurking in the shadows is like multiple men in suits, businessmen in suits that are funding money into SZA as a brand to get a return on investment, right? It's like when people bet on horses or they bet on sports. I hope this reading was informative. Okay, I hope this kind of changed your mind. If you guys were if y'all thought I was about to shit on Nicki or like, listen, I didn't really shit on SZA like that. I just don't really like her. But yeah, please watch this video with a nuanced perspective. In regards to other people, again, I feel like there are people that already don't like Nicki that are going to use this as an opportunity to shit on her. Like Zachary Campbell, I don't like his tap dancing, bootlicking ass. I don't care for him. Okay, I don't care for him. His opinions change with the season. So I don't care what people of that sort have to say. Also, anybody that is a stan of anybody, I would kind of be a little bit hesitant to listen to their opinions as well, because usually it's heavily biased. We're all biased, but your bias should not heavily influence your opinion. I said what I said. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see y'all on the next one. Bye.